and certain hunters rely heavily on sight during the final stages of pursuit. But vision in a shark is part of a network, not the whole picture. It does not rule the hunt alone. Sharks are multimodal predators, taking fragments of information from different senses and combining them into action. This is one reason they remain effective in such varied habitats: murky estuaries, reef shadows, open blue water. In the deep dim zones, all favor different sensory balances. A shark's power lies partly in its ability to integrate them. Then there is the most extraordinary sense of all: electroreception. Around the snout of many sharks are tiny organs called ampullae of Lorenzini, capable of detecting weak electrical fields. That world is bright and crowded. Sunlight pours through shallow water, where reef fish glitter around coral towers, and every gap in the rock seems alive with motion. In other places, it is a blue emptiness so vast that distance itself becomes a survival challenge. Far below, there are zones where sunlight never arrives at all, where cold presses in from every side, and food may be scarce for weeks. Sharks occupy all of these realms, but they do not do so casually. Every habitat asks a different question, and each species answers in its own way. Near coral reefs, sharks live in an environment full of opportunity, but also full of complexity. A reef is not open water, it is a maze. There are tight passages, sudden drop-offs, hidden prey, and countless rivals. Flexibility often appears in movement timing, habitat use, or feeding choice. This is important because the ocean is never static. Storms alter conditions, prey populations shift, temperatures rise and fall. They are not opening shells with tools or inventing new hunting tricks in the theatrical way some other animals. Those differences become even more poignant when the story moves from the adult hunt to the beginning of life, because a shark's life does not begin with protection, comfort, or long parental care. It begins in a world that demands independence almost immediately, and that harsh beginning changes everything. For many animals capable of surviving for centuries, their size also varies enormously. Lighter, more agile, and better suited to a life of near constant movement. Sharks live in oceans across the world, from shallow tropical reefs to dark continental slopes, from icy northern waters to open pelagic zones where the horizon seems endless. A few species even enter rivers and tolerate fresh water for long periods. Their range is as if the ocean has noticed a presence moving through it with ancient confidence. Then, from the blue distance, a shape begins to form. Not hurried, not uncertain, just steady. A body built by millions of years of refinement, cutting through the sea with such clean efficiency that it barely appears to swim at all. Few animals have been surrounded by as much fear, myth, and misunderstanding as the shark. For many people, the word alone summons an image of a ruthless predator, a mouthful of teeth, a dark fin slicing the surface. But the real shark is far more fascinating than the legend. It is older than the dinosaurs, more varied than most realize, and more deeply woven into the story of the ocean than almost any other creature alive today. Some sharks are small enough to fit in a human hand. Others stretch longer than a bus. Some hunt with speed and force. Others drift for birth. In some species, developing embryos compete inside the womb in brutal ways. The strongest may consume unfertilized eggs produced by the mother. In the most extreme cases, larger embryos may even consume smaller siblings. This sounds shocking, but in ecological terms, it is a grim solution to a difficult problem. If only a few young will survive in a dangerous world, then producing fewer but stronger individuals may improve long-term success. Shark life does not hide from severity. It is shaped by it from the very start. When a young shark finally enters the world, it is not helpless in the way many babies